Hi, I'm Dr. Sonalina Lowry. During the height of the global pandemic, I revised a teaching framework that took entire schools from performing below proficient in reading all the way to exceeding the state's average, while teachers were exhausted and resources were limited. Today, the same proven framework is built directly into an AI tool called Jack that cuts lesson planning time by up to 50% and puts powerful evidence-based strategies in every teacher's hands instantly. If you're a teacher or school leader who's tired of spending weekends and evenings just trying to keep up, stay with me for the next 9 minutes. I'm going to show you exactly how the Achievement Accelerator framework works and how Jack makes it effortless. Let's get started. Back in 2020 and 2021, schools were struggling like never before. Many of our students had fallen months, sometimes years behind. Teachers were burning out at record rates. That's when I took my years of experience as an educator and revised a complete instructional framework focused on the exact cognitive scaffolds, vocabulary routines, and formative checks that actually move the needle on student learning. And all was grounded in high leverage evidence-based strategies. The results were remarkable. Schools that were below proficient in reading jumped to exceeding the state average in just one school year during a pandemic. I then created a learning strategies assistant for teachers using AI called Jack. Jack makes it easier for teachers to implement the high leverage, evidence-based strategies that my schools used during the pandemic, which brought about those amazing test scores. Here's what Jack, the learning strategies assistant, actually does. First, it acts like a powerful pedagogical filter that ensures that every single lesson hits fidelity for each evidence-based instructional strategy that the teacher decides to use within Jack. Second, it has built-in flexibility for teachers to ensure that each lesson created hits the right level of student rigor and support. So it's not the AI that determines what the student receive and that's final. It's actually the teacher who gets to come in with their expertise and decide whether or not they want to modify anything that is produced. Third, it builds in automatic scaffolding so every student, not just the high achievers, can access grade level content. Fourth, it saves teachers several hours of planning time per week that they would spend differentiating lessons for students. Also, it helps them implement the evidence-based strategies with fidelity without tears, sweat, or loss of sleep. And last, it works across all content areas, including reading, science, social studies, even math and PE, physical education. The framework is incredibly powerful. By applying it manually, used to take hours of planning every single day. That's exactly why I created Jack, to ease the burden on teachers. Now, let me show you Jack in action. I'm logged into jaclsa.lovable.app, which stands for Jack Learning Strategies Assistant. Watch how fast this is. Today, I am going over some vocabulary for my students that I feel is so essential. It's so critical for them to know this vocabulary in order to understand the text that they're about to read. So within Jack Learning Strategies Assistant, I'm going to go to vocabulary maps. What I love about this is that it will quickly generate a vocabulary map with me that I am happy with. It meets my standards, and I love that it stays true to the research-based model of vocabulary maps. And I also really like the fact that I can customize this based on my students and their needs. And so the first thing I'm going to do is start by choosing the subject. So this is a science. A vocabulary word that we're going to use, middle school, which I know, fun place to be. And then I'm going to choose the discipline within science, which is life science. The particular standard we're working on is this one. And now I can choose the Lexile level. Now I'm going to keep it at Lexile level for the students I'm about to work with. However, I can also change the Lexile level. So if I need it at a higher Lexile, I can go ahead and do that. Other thing I wanted to show you were some of the other vocabulary words that I came up with. This was one that I did previously for biodiversity, the one that I worked on earlier. One for the word rhythmic, economy, Did you see how in under 30 seconds, Jack applied every guardrail from the high leverage instructional strategy into the lesson, including turn and talk and opportunities for students to read the vocabulary word in sentences? Thank you, Jack, for saving us all that time. This is what teachers have been asking for. Planning time cut dramatically, and every output is already grounded in what we know actually increases student achievement. So what does this mean for you? Teachers get their evenings and weekends back. No more staying up until 10 p.m. rewriting lessons. School leaders see more consistent evidence-based instruction across every classroom without spending extra money on PD. And most importantly, students learn more, they retain more, and achieve at accelerated rates. Right now, Jack is only $15.99 per month per user. That's less than 2 cups of coffee. So we already have teachers seeing real results and telling us the difference it makes in their daily work. And to remove any worry about glitches or missing features, I'm offering a full 14-day free trial. No credit card required. You can test everything yourself and see the framework come to life. So here's what I want you to do right now. Go to jaclsa.lovable.app and start your free 14-day trial of Jack today. While you're there, you can take a look at all of the evidence-based strategies that are built into Jack. And again, these are those high leverage strategies that increase student achievement during a global pandemic. If you're a school or district leader watching this, reply to this video or send me a direct message. I'd love to hop on a quick call and show you the components of the Achievement Accelerator framework, which works perfectly with Jack, and how we can roll this out for your entire team. Teachers, school leaders, and even homeschool parents, this is for you. Just remember, everyone makes mistakes. Tomorrow's a new day, and you will always be loved. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully inside Jack very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and drop the word Jack in the comments if you want the free Achievement Accelerator Framework cheat sheet I created for you.
Curious about the strategy that Dr. Sonalina used within Jack? Here's a 1-minute tutorial on vocabulary maps.
Not enough time to teach vocabulary? Try this. This is a vocabulary map. That's where you take the word that students need to know, followed by the cognate for that word in their own language if they're an English language learner, then provide them with the definition and a visual representation of the word, followed by some synonyms. Then provide them with 2 example sentences, one that will come from the text that they're about to read, and 2 turn and talk prompts that will help them build their academic vocabulary and dialogue. Here's an example of what a vocabulary map can look like. Now that you have your vocabulary map done and you know what to do to save time, all you have to do is wait for the kids to get there and have a great day.